Hello guys, we're doing a spontaneous little thrift trip today. I'm back in my hometown. I have a few hours to kill and I decided, you know what, let's just go to Thrift. I don't have any makeup on, like I'm not super prepared. This was like my classic go-to thrift store when I lived here and I honestly miss it so much. Like you don't know what you got till it's gone. Don't get me wrong, like Toronto thrift stores have really good things too, but I don't know how to explain it. It's different. So let's go in, let's see what we can find. No expectations, but I'm excited to be back. There she is. I missed her. Okay, I just had a look through the shoes. Nothing really caught my eye, but I did find these really nice hiking boots that I need in my color. So I think I'm gonna grab those. This is really nice and good quality, but I just really don't need it. I forgot just how good the jeans section is here. Like I immediately see these. I wish they were my size, but good little vintage pair of Tommies. Like I'm barely even looking. Found a pair of vintage Levi's, another pair of vintage Levi's. So good. So my favorite sections are the skirts and dresses. So I'm in the skirts now. These vintage pants are super cool, made in Canada. They're only $6.99. You have this like super low waist with a very flared split hem. I really wish I could try these on, honestly. These are some really cool vintage Wranglers. You can see the tag in there. I just feel like they're gonna be really high-waisted and like a pretty straight leg, so I don't think I would like the fit, but that's still cool. Okay, I did not have much luck in the skirts, so let's try the dresses. Ooh, what is this? This vintage dress is stunning. I found the tag inside. It's made in Canada. Look at the back. It has this like slight shimmeriness to it. I really don't need it, but I might try it on for fun. I absolutely love the style of this vintage dress. This purple is just not my color, but it's beautiful. Comes with a scarf too. I'm just in the vest section and I'm really loving this little hang 10 one. For a little hiking fit, that would be cute. Okay, here's the dress. I have my jeans underneath, so it's hard to imagine, but I really like the fit. It's really pretty. Okay, this vest is really cute, but I think it's a little too small if I wanted to layer underneath. Okay, these are the pants. They're really cool. I just don't know how they're gonna fit, but I feel like I have to take a chance on them because they're only $6.99. That was my little mini thrift trip to my hometown, but a few weeks later, I actually ended up going on a ski trip with my sister and her friend. We were up at Blue Mountain, we were in the Barrie area. We decided we wanted to go thrifting the next day, which has actually been recommended by a few of you guys. You've said like Barrie is the spot to go thrifting, so this has been on my list for a while, so I was so excited to finally check it out. Thank you, I'm so excited.
Crazy. I hope they have good things for you.
I hope so too.
I hope it provides. It's usually pretty good.
I always pass this one.
Really?
And I'm like, I bet that Value Village slaps.
Yes.
At the Value Village.
Hey guys, welcome to the Barrie Valley Village.
The first Value Village that we checked out was a nice smaller store that apparently was like the OG. It had been there for a while. And I didn't film much in here, but I checked out the dresses, but I didn't find anything that was worth showing. I did stumble across this adorable vintage sweater though that said elderberries have more fun than younger berries, which I thought was so cute, but I felt like as a young person, I couldn't do it justice wearing it. And the girls were raving about how good the jackets were at this location, so I did end up going through all of them. And I found a few to try on, like this beautiful black leather one with the fur trim. I loved the fit of this red leather one, but the color was just a little bit bright for me. And then I found this Aritzia tan wool coat. I was actually looking for something really similar all of last winter, so I was really excited to find this, but I actually didn't really love how it ended up looking on. It's Sunday best, made from wool and cashmere, so really good quality. Like normally these go for like $400. I also found this really cute plaid dress that was paired so well with the jacket, but it was just from Forever 21, so I ended up leaving it behind. And then in the skirts, I found this perfect vintage Le Chateau mini skirt. It's high-waisted with the slit, so that was my win for the day. Then we moved on to thrift store number 2. This one was clearly newer and a lot bigger actually. In the shoes, I found the most insane Doc Martens I've ever seen. I honestly thought they were fake for a second, but no, they are very much real. They were almost like a rain boot with this floral pattern on top, and that was just a hard pass. In the shoes, I also found these really cool vintage Roxy sneakers. I loved how chunky they were with these like blue accents, but you could tell they were really falling apart, unfortunately. Next, I checked the vests, where I found this cute fleece vest. I really loved the floral print, but I wasn't totally sold on the colors. Then Ariana came up to me with the most insane find. I fully gasped in the store when she showed it to me. Like, even she was like, okay, chill. She found these vintage Tommy Hilfiger dress overalls in her size. To me, that is like a holy grail find. I have only ever found that style of vintage Tommy overalls once, and that was like years ago. So once I saw this, that really solidified that the Barrie thrift stores really lived up to their name, their reputation, because that is an incredible find. Then I had to look through the skirts to see what other gems were hiding there. This skirt was cute, but once again, I don't think it was really my colors. And then lastly, I checked the dresses and found this beautiful vintage one with a floral trim. It was so cute, but not my size, so I had to leave that behind. And then I found this vintage denim one that was my size and totally my style, so I did end up trying it on, and I really liked it, but honestly, I have something super similar, so I couldn't justify taking it home with me. And then Ariana let me try on the Tommy Hilfiger dress, and so cute. So that was my little thrifting extravaganza from the past couple weeks, and I have quite the little haul to show you guys, including these shoes for my trip. In my last video, I asked you guys to guess where you think I'm traveling to, and some of you got it right, so I'm gonna reveal that in a second. But before we do that, I have to show you guys my latest pieces from Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is sponsoring today's video. If you don't know what they are, they're a sustainable jewelry brand that specializes in high quality, affordable jewelry pieces. If you have watched my channel before, I'm sure you've heard of them. They've been big supporters of my channel, and they just so happen to be my absolute favorite jewelry brand. And they actually ended up sending me 2 more pieces to add to my collection. The first ones I'm actually wearing right now, and they are the Nate earrings in silver. I mentioned before, I've been wanting to step up my silver jewelry game, hence why I got this little silver necklace last time. And I realized I'm pretty sure I only have one pair of silver earrings, so that had to change, so I ended up picking up these ones. These are such a good basic earring, but with more of like a unique shape compared to like your typical basic hoops. I love how small they are too, like they almost hug my earlobes. I think they're supposed to, but my earlobes are non-existent, as we have mentioned before. And honestly, because of Ana Luisa, I have been seriously considering getting my seconds pierced. I have so many beautiful earrings at this point that it honestly seems like a shame, a waste to not be able to wear like multiple earrings at once. So stay tuned for that if you want to come along and see me get my ears pierced. And another excuse to get my seconds pierced is the next item that they sent me, which are these Puffy Star charms. If you guys remember in my last Ana Luisa video, I was so excited to receive my first pair of charms, so I wanted to keep going and add to my collection. And when I was a kid, actually, I had these adorable little gold star studs earrings that were my absolute favorite, but one of them ended up falling out and I lost it, and I was absolutely devastated. So these are definitely fulfilling that void for me. And this time around, I do not have to worry about losing them, because once you slip the charm on and clasp it into your ear, they are super secure and super comfortable. In fact, I actually plan on taking one single pair of Ana Luisa earrings with me on my trip. I'm just gonna put them in and leave them in the whole trip, whether I'm swimming, hiking, sleeping, like they are just gonna be in my ears. And when I get back, I'm gonna show you just how well they hold up. So we will definitely check in about that in the next video. So if you want to start off the new year to treat yourself with a fresh look, you should definitely take a look at the Ana Luisa website for yourself. They are actually having an amazing New Year's sale if you use the link in my description. Or maybe you have like a friend or a loved one's birthday coming up, even if it's not soon. Like, that is one of my New Year's goals. Like, I'm trying to be less indecisive and like more on top of things and not wait till the last minute. So if you have a birthday coming up, just like buy them something now so that you don't have to worry about it later, because I guarantee they would absolutely love anything from the Ana Luisa website. Thank you so much, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the haul. All right, so the first thing I picked up in this haul are the hiking boots. Ever since I knew I was going on this trip, I knew I wanted to get hiking boots, so I was kind of searching for these for a couple months. And let me tell you, there are so many hiking boots at the Thrift. I feel like anything to do with sports, so like hiking boots, skates, like ski boots, you can find plenty at the Thrift. Like, don't waste your time buying those things brand new, because I feel like with those types of sports and hobbies, people don't tend to stick with things usually, and they end up donating their stuff. So like I said, there's a lot there, but hiking boots and shoes just tend to be kind of ugly. So I really wanted to find a pair that I really liked. So when I saw these ones in this burgundy color, which is like my personal favorite color to wear, I just knew they were perfect. I love how they're in more of a boot style, not a shoe, so it has that like ankle support. And these ones are really good quality. They're actually genuine leather in my size. So these are awesome. They're from the brand of Vask, which I'm assuming is some sort of outdoor sport company. And I'm pretty sure I picked them up for only like 15 bucks. So such a good deal. I think they were originally like 100 at least. And yeah, I'm so glad I found these. I've already worn them out just to test them to make sure they fit properly and like they don't give me blisters. And they're a snug fit, but they're super, super comfortable. Like, honestly, I might just start wearing these as like my regular winter boot. So I'm very excited to be putting them to use on my trip, which, like I said, you guys guessed in my last video, a lot of really good guesses, honestly, considering I barely gave you guys any hints. A lot of people said like Vancouver, Seattle, Portland, Ireland was another one, but only a couple of you got it right and said New Zealand. So yes, I'm headed off to New Zealand in a couple weeks. It is gonna be probably like the biggest trip of my life. I'm gonna be there for 3 weeks. Me and my friend are going down to visit our other friend who we haven't seen in like 5 years, and it's just gonna be an adventure. So I might do like a little bit of thrifting while I'm there. I know like New Zealand, Australia are not known for the best like thrift stores, but you know me, I gotta check out the thrifting, the vintage, pretty much everywhere I go. So let me know if you guys want to see a thrifting in New Zealand video. So shout out to Modern Life is Thrift and Sam Erilyn 9646. You guys guessed it, I am headed off to New Zealand. So very, very excited about that. But moving on, I did end up picking up a couple other things from that first thrift store I went to. They were kind of impulse purchases, and I kind of bought them thinking that I could exchange them later if I decided I didn't want them, but the exchange window has passed, so they're stuck with me, which is fine because they are really nice pieces. And the first piece are these jeans. I did end up getting these. These are these dark wash jeans with more of a low waist and a super flared leg with this split hem. I wasn't sure how these were gonna fit, but they ended up fitting me perfectly, which worked out considering I cannot return them anymore. And yeah, these are just super cool. I have another pair of jeans that are like really flared at the leg, but they're like really high-waisted and like kind of restricting. So I thought it'd just be nice to have a lower waisted option, like depending what top I want to pair it with. And I just thought these were really cool. Plus the price, I'm pretty sure they were only $6.99. That really reeled me in. There's no brand on this, but it is in fact vintage, made in Canada. So a fun little find to add to my denim collection. And I really like how the slit kind of like really shows off your shoes underneath. So this would be really good with like a little boot. And then the other item that I did pick up from that first thrift store is this dress. This is just this beautiful black 90s style dress. We got the spaghetti straps with the square neckline, and then it's just in a maxi length with a little slit at the back and this beautiful like strappy detail on the back. Did I need this? No, especially considering I just bought a really similar dress in my last video, but there's something about these 90s style dresses that really call to me, and I just can't help but add them to my collection. Honestly, plus these are really thin, So like they're easy to store, so it's like not a big deal. Once again, no brand on this one, but it does have that made in Canada tag, so I know it's vintage. Do I have any formal occasions planned? No. Will I be ready when I do have something? Yes. And this was only like $12, so I couldn't help myself. Then moving on to Barrie, like I said, I was so excited to thrift there, and I ended up picking up a couple pieces. The first one being the Le Chateau skirt that I showed you guys earlier. It is just this perfect black mini skirt with more of a high waist and then just the perfect little slit at the leg. I love vintage Le Chateau, like all of their pieces are just so good. So I'm usually gonna pick it up when I see it, but I actually really did need just like a basic black mini skirt. I have one that's really similar, but it's more of a low waist, so I thought it would be really nice to have a high waist option, once again just depending on what kind of shirt I'm gonna wear. So this was perfect. It fits pretty much perfectly. It's a little snug, but it fits. And yeah, we got that vintage made in Canada seal of approval. So I was really excited to find this. It was $10, which is pretty expensive for skirts, but for a basic that I'm definitely gonna wear all the time, 100% easy grab. And then the other item I ended up getting, also kind of an impulse purchase because I really don't need any more jackets, but like I said, the girls like found these amazing jackets when they went last time, and like they just kind of like planted that seed in my mind that like I need to find an amazing jacket while I'm there. So like you saw, I tried a few on, but I ended up taking this one home. This is just this black leather jacket in a bit of a longer style. It buttons up at the front and then just has this beautiful black fur trim on the collar, down the button placket, and then of course on the sleeves. If you guys remember, a few months ago I found something kind of similar. It was this vintage brown one with like the really big fur neckline. And you know, I was extremely conflicted on it. I kind of regret not getting it, but I feel like this is kind of filling that void for me and is a little bit more wearable because the fur isn't like as extreme, and it is black, so it is going to go with a lot more things in my wardrobe. And this one is from the brand Utex. It's not made in Canada, but I'm pretty sure it's like Y2K kind of vintage, and it is genuine leather, so really good quality. So I think this would be a really good jacket for like a night out. Usually I'd wear like my leather blazer, but sometimes I want something a little different, you know? So I think this is going to be like the perfect fit for that. I'm also still trying to figure out if the fur is real, because if the leather is real, the fur might be real too. It feels very, very soft, but I'm not sure. It was $30, which is definitely more on the expensive end than I normally would pay for at the thrift store, but for jackets at Valley Village, genuine leather, it's actually pretty good. All their like denier leather jackets are always like $60 to $100, so not bad considering. That's everything I ended up getting, but my sister Ariana did let me borrow her Tommy overalls just to be able to show you guys. But here they are in all their glory. It's just your classic vintage Tommy Hilfiger overall style, but this time in an adorable little mini skirt in this dark wash denim. You guys know me, I love the classic Tommy red and blue accents. It's so good. It even has the little carpenter loop on the side. Ugh. So this was such a good find. Am I extremely jealous that she found this? Yes. Especially considering I was just about to go to the skirts next. Like, she found it just before me. But am I happy for her that she found this? Yes. And honestly, I'm pretty sure she's still debating like whether this fits within her style, because I've never seen her wear overalls before, so it might end up coming my way eventually. You know, one day she might do a closet clean out and these might end up back in my hands. But such a good find, and they were only $12, like so good. So that is everything that I picked up on this little thrifting extravaganza. As always, you guys let me know which piece that I found was your favorite. Of course, don't forget to check out Louisa using the link in my description. And next time I see you guys, I will probably be back from my New Zealand trip, so let me know if you want to see some thrifting New Zealand. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.